Hey, do you know the number one killer of progress when it comes to doing the level of damage you want to do either in your leadership or in your life? You know what it is? It's isolation. Listen, we've never been more connected in our lives and yet disconnected relationally. I mean, we're definitely connected rich, we're relationally poor. And I think there's a consistent theme that I hear over and over and over from folks who are really trying to advance, really trying to, get an outcome from something that they know that they need to do in the area of their growth and leadership or entrepreneurial type of endeavors or whatever that is. There's something in us that we're pursuing. It's in that we're in the first quarter of this new year and we're just kind of manufacturing all this energy around this. And yet we're isolated. We're not talking with anyone. We're not sharing our ideas with anyone. And if we do, it's through some weird kind of like cryptic statement on social media that isn't moving the needle anywhere. So what are we doing with this? Well, let me tell you something. We're going to attack this in next week's webinar. We're going to get into this whole idea of what it means to circulate with purpose, what it really means to have like a real list of the people that you want to reach out to and connect with and really forge the framework of building a network. Isn't that something? And the network isn't, we have this connotation of networks where we feel like that we're trying to sell Amway to people, right? It's the whole like pyramid scheme and it is not that, okay? Let's just break the myth, okay, of what a network is. Because it's not getting people to buy anything from you. This is more about sharing and encouraging this idea that you have in you that you want the world to know about. And it's doing it through the lens of a relationship strategy that includes others, isn't that interesting, as part of the fuel that you need to achieve whatever that is that you want to do. And this is the challenge for all of us because we're afraid. We battle these fears of being judged, because when we start putting ourselves out there about this thing that we want to do, we discover that there's a level of incompetence that we're experiencing. All right? There's definitely a level of uncertainty, and there's a level of criticism that we fear when we don't want anybody crapping on our things. But listen, no one's going to do that when you have the courage to lean in and reach out and spend a little money on some coffee, okay? Or a piece of pie at Bob Evans or whatever that is. You're going to find that you're going to have people who are connected. Listen, I say this and I joke around, Horton heard a who, but you need a who. Who is your who? Who's listening to you? And this idea of this is so huge. It is so critical to getting you off your dead butt and get going about doing that thing that you want to do. Because when you put yourself out there, we can't hide behind anonymity any longer. This is one of those things that is really key. And it's not just including everybody in, but it's the accountability because you put yourself out there. And that level of accountability is critical to the success that we want to pursue and achieve in our lives. So I'm not going to lay off on this. I really believe that next week's webinar is going to be really powerful, and I really want to encourage you to be there because there are just certain things that we have to develop and understand, and sometimes we just need a little help. Sometimes we just need a little picture of how something would work. I'm not telling you that you go to adopt everything we say. If you went to the first webinar, you might only walk away with one small thing. That's the goal because I'm just going to empty my cup. I'm just going to tell you what I know about it and what I've learned from others. And being in mastermind groups, being around other people who are incredibly successful and how they leverage these things, I've learned a lot. I'd love to share it with you. So who's your who? because it's time to start making a list. It's time to start making a plan, and it's really time to start making some stuff somewhere, somehow, doing something that builds. How's that sound? So let's just get after it, okay? So, hey, be there next Thursday. I don't have the date. Do the math. This is February 19th that this is being filmed. So next Thursday is February something. I can't look. I'm sorry. So, but it's at 5 o'clock. And I want you to be there because you guys are in my network in a way. And I want to know what you got going on. Because who's the thing? What's crazy about this is I might know somebody who can help you do your thing. My who might be a who for you. And so that's what we're going to be about. And I just want to put this out there for your performance edge to start thinking about what are those. So let me give you one quick framework. And the quick framework is the framework around who are the levels of circles. We have a circle of people who are the closest to us, the circle of intimacy. And then there's a circle of influence and there's a circle of impact. And there are names. That intimacy group is that 3 to 12 people. That next circle, that circle of influence, are people who not just influence you, but you influence them. And there could be anywhere between 30 to 50 names on that list. And that circle of impact are more maybe categories of people. Maybe these are the people I want to impact. This is the difference I want to make. This is the group of people who I want to benefit from this. I need you to be thinking in those concentric circles that way. Start getting after it. That's one of the frameworks we're going to get into. And I know we're going on 7 minutes, and 7 is a lucky number, baby. So come out there, do some damage. We'll see you in the webinar next Thursday, 5 p.m. Take it easy, baby. Whoop.